After a while, let me know. We can't just keep talking about the last time you were here, or what we did. Only bubble backflips. Here's how we do this. Listen, if not, listen, I don't think it's that hard. I really don't. Everybody's looking at the same market, and they get induced to what they see. So I don't think it should be that hard to trap retail traders. Holy bubbles and backflips. Hit me back. Girl, I hope you heard something. Yeah, I laugh and dirty. I love the way you talking dirty. You see how we're building up a resistance trend line, you know? What happens when you think we're gonna break that? It's like breaking a wall. We break past a wall. Their thought is, okay, we break past this, that means it's powerful enough to continue down. That's their mindset. So not only did we almost hit the 200 level, but as well we crossed again, broke past that in general. Let me see. EMA touch right there. If we get a trend line, that's just gonna tell everything. So now we have a doji, a hammer shooting a hammer, whatever. Now they're induced. So now I'll be placing my buy right here. We're just gonna do a 1-to-1. It's 2 award, and let's just see. This is testing buys. Okay. We get about 3 tries for this stuff, so it's right here. We simply just do 1-to-1. All right. I won that. Boom. I'm gonna be my baby. Now, what is this again? That's going weekly. This is that thing. Oh, right there. This is a support zone. Squeeze trend. You gonna be my baby. That wasn't possibly hold way longer now, but no, we don't need to because we got the EMA, and people love to rely on EMAs because of how good it looks. Like when it touches it, like they love to use it as a good supply. Like they love to use it as a demand zone. So as you can see, just studying it, after looking at how many times when it touched the purple line, look, one touch went down, one touch went down. You see what I mean by people always love relying on trend line because it gives them a false visual of the market. Like they start to actually think the market is ran by this stuff, but it's actually really not. So like every time we touch it, it gives a reaction, but look, touch, reaction, and they see this stuff and it's like, okay, well, This should be where to go now. Whatever. And it's either right or wrong. But I'd rather look at it as a trap than with more confluences than to look at it as a good area to buy or sell from. But looking at this though, what do we have? This was old resistance right here. When you look at this, let's see. We get a break right there, buyers are induced. We break above. So now automatically buyers are induced because now they're saying, okay, it's a flip of a trend. And we just broke past the 725 EMA. Now this is a support trend line. See what we do? Now we get a test of that support trend line. Almost, no, that's not like a hammer, but then we get across that EMA, and now we can probably say, all right, buyers are induced. So taking a trade right there. Boom, instant. All right, we leave these highs right here. We leave these highs. That's cool. All right, now the first is taken out. Should we go back in? This was. Was it to there? But yeah, now we got a break of that trend. And I was looking at this. I got a retest of this previous support, which is now gonna turn into resistance. See, momentum crashes down. We get we're gonna shooting star candle, basically, like a hammer candle, whatever you wanna call it. And now they're not induced yet. They need more confirmation, like a trend line, like a show of resistance or a break of, like strong support. So like this is strong support right here. That's drawing trend line saying, okay, this is a line where it constantly test and gets a reaction from. I want to see. We want to see. They like to see price reacting from certain areas. Okay, boom. Now we get a bearish candle. Okay, retest of EMA. Double tops got hit. Now what are they like doing? They like to either sell from zone to zone. So when we get that, they're induced to whatever. So what would they hop in at? They'll hop in right here. And they usually like to aim for 1 to 2. If it gives them it. Let's see. Check out these two. Got a break of a trend line right there. Double tops. To real view, that's the one I'm aiming for right there. Boom. Snipe sometime, I ain't gonna lie. That's freaking snipe. This one was snipe. This was snipe. This is bias. Bias backtesting. So he goes back to this support. And boom. Break past the support. EMA touch. Now what is that saying? Once you break past a support like this, a pretty strong support, as you see, when it test here, went down, retest here, went up, retest went up. Now we just broke past the strong support. Now they're probably saying, okay, we have the double tops, we're bearish. Trend line is definitely being flipped. We broke past this. After a retest on this trend line, broke past. Now they're gonna be looking for. They're gonna be looking for sales off of there. Because of that, and we also have people that's down here. That's gonna be buying from here. So just right now, we get that trend line touch, bearish candle. I mean, the best way to actually like validate if it's actually in a downtrend is to break past this. Once it breaks past that, then people are actually gonna be induced to sell. But so right now, okay, boom. Not a lot of momentum right there. Low to no momentum. Alright, now we get a retest on this. See what we got. Okay, it's like, okay. Nah, this could have been a 1-to-1. That's it, but it's whatever. And now we come back to this resistance level. Huge wick right there. Yeah, that was a trap within itself. Could have aimed for. Yeah. Now what do we have? A main right there. Almost hit the. Okay, now we hit that. Boom. Now that induce the sell. I'm gonna be taking this 1-to-1 right here. See how it goes. Let's see. Goes dollar now. Let's see. Now we done take out that liquidity. This. So usually when it starts like consolidating like this, not instantly going to my target, usually it's most likely a loss. Yeah, honest. So a takeout of this liquidity will be enough, more likely. Which it didn't, so it's cool. That's a loss. That's cool. You see, we got this strong trend line, resistance area, or demand. Okay, we break past that demand, hit the 70 level. We get retouch of this trend. See what happens. Let's see, we break past the trend. We're using that support right now. Keep it aligned, please. Oh, doji. Shoot. Alright. This is my 1-to-1. Oh, that's not what the terms are. This is my 1-to-1. I'll be taking. Boom. Bias. All bias. Let's see if I could ever. I'm back testing my bias to see how I could try to refine my entries. Like, what can I possibly do to get an entry like this? Fair gap, fair gap. Like, we entered off the test of the fair gap. Max, we could add someone to 2. For right there, at least. And that's just 15-minute candle reaction. You gonna be my baby, love me like I'm crazy. But that was the obvious induced because we had a doji and then we had a bearish candle. After that, we all knew that most people were going to be induced to sell because of they seen that this trend was playing as a strong support and resistance level. So once we get a perfect, precise tap like that, you know, and with a doji and a bearish candle right after that, probably even a freaking a bearish Nakanashi, which is like that's already a lot. So boom. Now overall, people are looking at this as support. Depends on support level. Then we get a break above that. Break over that trend. See what's going on. They're looking at this as probably like a. Okay, now we break that. Retest on that trend. I'm taking my 1-to-1 right here. See what happens. Boom. Just like that. Why? Because obviously we got this trend again. So they like just looking at this trend. We just broke past this previous support level, which caused this support level caused this huge spike up. So people are looking at this. People are expecting the same reaction. So when we get a tap like this, we got a slight good reaction. You know, somebody could have bought from whatever. And then now we break past this strong support because it caused this and it caused that. So people look at it as strong support. After we break past that strong support, their minds are instantly, okay, this becomes a huge resistance. Then we hit the trend line, and then we had a huge bearish candle. And I could have took my 1-to-1 even later. I didn't have to take it right there, but as we broke past this huge support level, which now they look at it as a huge resistance, they enter with the stop loss above, just a little bit above this resistance box right here, and they enter. Well, I'm looking at that as a trap. So now let's delete this trend line because it's no longer valid. People are gonna say. And now what do we have? Pretty sure we have a trend. To be honest with you, you can even start to do this if you want it. People like doing this as well. It's not a terrible thing. I know this is showing everything. This even induces more people to have more confidence in the setup anyway. So like, same when it comes down to this, we have a little whatever. Boom, you see that right there? Do look to sell of that. Sell is induced. A 1-to-1 will be right here. Well, what's their ultimate confirmation? Let's see. We have a trend line. Touch right here, bearish. We have EMA crossed. Bearish candle. And then we also have what? Well, break past this would be better. So like if I would have took a 1-to-1 right here, probably would have lost. More than likely. Yeah, more than likely. So let me get that trend line touch again. We break past support once again. Doji. Take them on 1-to-1. Just max right here. I'm saying, why did I take this? Because we had these dojis after touching. You know, we all know that retail traders like to be induced by dojis. A lot of people like to be induced by dojis because they believe that candles is telling the story of buyers and sellers. So if we have a lot of if we break past like a support and we start using it as resistance, we touch it and we see that buyers try to buy from this area and then close in a doji. So we have 2 dojis and then a bearish candle. Sellers will automatically induce because they're saying that sellers are now in control. And I think sellers are in control after we test this EMA. They're going to be taking their sales. And yeah, we just use them as liquidity. As you can see, how much time is left? 10 minutes. Oh, what's going on? No, go back, but I gotta make sure it's moving. Now we got that trend line right there. Now we break past that trend line. Now people are probably automatically, just based off the look at it, people are probably gonna be looking for buys now. Just being real, people are gonna be looking for buys because if they failed so many times selling, then they're probably gonna say, okay, well, I need my money back, number one. And it's probably a flip of a trend now. Trend probably flipped. Now that's their mindset with the stuff. We got a doji right there. Boom. Break past that once again. Probably. Oh, frick. So now we had this huge break past support. No, for huge break past resistance. Now we look at these as support. They say buyers are in control. Now I think buyers are in control. I think we're probably overall going to break past this trend. They want to probably enter off of EMA, so have any good reaction off EMA. I don't want to take none of that though, because none of that's too guaranteed. There you go. Okay, so even if I were to take a 1-to-1, I still would have won that. So yeah, I still would have won that right there. If I won it. So they get something out. They see that we have the strong. There's an area, a zone, an invisible box right here that it's reacting off of as a resistance. So they see that. Okay, now we tap that doji candle. Huge bears move. Now let's look at this. Based off their minds, they get induced to what they see. They take trades of what they see. So every time we tap this trend line, because we had tap 1, huge move down. Tap 2, huge move down. Tap 3, huge move down. Tap 4, huge move down. So what do you think they're gonna be expecting after we get this? A huge move down. So 1-to-1, I'll probably aim for at least here at a 1-to-1. See what's going on. Boom. Instant. And then it probably can proceed lower. Probably. We just had to take out all the people. Yo, I probably could have aimed for that though, because they're probably gonna be looking at this as a clean area. Still 1-to-1 regardless, so we don't need to. Boom. Now, say, okay, buyers are actually in control now. 110%. So what do they see? They see here. Oh wow. Wow. Now this is getting insane, bro. This is actually insane. People are scared. I'm be honest with you. People are scared. And in this certain point, people are scared a lot, bro. They don't know what the frick's going on at all. They're like, bro, I'm not too sure what the frick you want to do. They got this as well. Don't forget about that. They draw anything. And bro, draw anything on your screen that has to that looks like it could be a pattern or a huge support or resistance. Bro, I'm telling you, they're gonna do all of that. Like, you see how we had this? Boom, by that trend line. But EMA cross support. Could have 1-to-1 that as well. Was that a hammer candle? Retest of the EMA. We're gonna want to win this. See what's going on. Oh, why did I say? Because number one, had this retest of this trend line that caused this huge move up. So now I have retest on this. But we got the trend line cross. And then break up resistance. They're gonna be do to sell to get their money back. And swam. I feel like it's all instant. I ain't gonna lie. And then, at least in this market condition right now, it's all instant. Motherfucking barely any drawdown. Nope, barely any wick. You know, barely anybody closes below. Yeah. You see the trades we can take it up? This is tough. No, this is actually tough though. Cause if it's actually like, this is just so interesting. I ain't gonna lie. Like if I really wanted to, and try to outsmart something, whatever, I could probably be like this. Turn a 1-to-1 to 1-to-3 type thing. Like enter stops at the 6-8 and never mind. Break out of there, never mind. I know you belong. Hammer candle, all that stuff. You don't know what the fish going on. Retest on that. This is what we had last time. Break past that resistance. Oh, test off whatever shells are in control. We hit off that. Test out the resistance. Probably go for something like this if we wanted to. Let's try to see if we 1-to-1 there a little bit. Because if you're really desperate though, and you really want to start making money, they go off at anything. Let's see what the frick going on. Oh no. Bro, I'm telling you, if you're really desperate, they want to go off at anything. I didn't take this now. This could end up winning. Possibly. Wow. Alright, buyers on do still. So now this may be a strong level to sell from. Okay, never mind. Never break past that. Dang, we crashed down right there. Have a doji right there. That's that right there. Like what are you gonna possibly be doing? Like, it can't be induced by everything, and everything is scared. Like, the more momentum is, the more scary it is. So, like, what they know based off their knowledge, what they know that anime every time it starts at the purple, on this 725 level, it does to sell like this. It's probably a potential sell point. Cool, but those unique confirmation, yeah. So we had a perfect tap off this. See what happens. Could just create double highs. Because after we get a perfect tap like this, they're automatically gonna be scared. Because now, look, this is their perfect entry model. Doji, he's momentum up. So now nobody has faith in this high because they think, okay, they're actually gonna lose. And now they hop out. Okay, never mind. Get stopped out anyway. But it's sad. It's tough. Oh, actually, let's look at the whatever real quick. 80% buy swing weight in this specific one. That's pretty interesting. That's pretty freaking interesting. And this is not even in a month. This is what? That's pretty crazy. The max ideal was a 1 to 4. I'll take that in mind, I guess. That's tough. Took 10 trades, won 8, lost 2. That's tough.